Hi guys, I decided to make this video. I had to figure it out myself because I was looking on YouTube and couldn't find it anywhere. This is the Honda Passport 2019 Touring. This is about disabling the ANC module so you can install subwoofers and whatever you want to put in here. So it's a Passport Touring. I had a previous video on installing the subwoofer systems on another vehicle, my Honda Accord 2018. And that car was in an accident, so I had to replace it. So I'm going to reinstall my kickers, my dual 12 kicker compars, along with my kicker KXA 1200.1 amp. I'm going to install that in this one. I'll do a video later on the actual installation of the subwoofers, how you wire and everything else. For now, this is just showing how to disable the ANC. So basically, I already have it apart mostly. I just put a couple of screws and the panels back in place just so I could show you the step-by-step process. So basically, this is the first one you're going to remove. This panel here on the side, and it's kind of tight in there. So the tools you'll need to do this is, that's all you're going to need right there. You won't need anything else. That's the 10 millimeter. That's just a regular star, and that's just a plastic panel tool. Don't really have to use that. You could use any kind of plastic thing that it can be wedged in there, but it's a pretty tight fit, so you'd have to wedge it in. Kind of pop it up a little bit at a time and wedge it a little bit further, and pop it up a little bit more and wedge it a little bit further and pop it a little bit more, basically until you can take it off. And then you just set it aside over there. The next step is this piece here that goes across and down. You want to start over here and pop it off and go all the way around. When you get to this curve right here, it gets kind of hard, so be careful, don't put too much pressure on it, but you will have to put some more pressure than you did over here. And again, at this point you can just take it off with your hand all the way, but I ended up using the panel tool a little bit here just because I didn't want to, I was afraid of putting too much pressure on it and breaking it. So you just pop it off, and it just has those clips that go into the panel up there. Take that off. All right, next step, there's in the glove box, I put that one screw back on, but I'll show you the actual screws to take off in a minute. But I just put that there so it could be held back in position for this purposes. To get the glove box out of the way, because it's not in there right now, but there's a bolt that goes here. That's the 10 millimeter bolt. Let's see if I can get it. It's this bolt here. It goes there, and then there's one on the other side. Let's see if I can show it to you. If it'll focus. Maybe I can shine some light on it. The other one's right there. So the glove box is kind of in the way right now, the way it is, when it's open. Fortunately, this model is very good, very easy to get out. The next step is to open the glove box, open it down, and you'll notice there's a white cable here. It goes behind it here and hooks onto this. When you pull the glove box corners down or in, it won't do anything because that's holding it in place. So you'll first have to push the glove box in a little bit, get a hold of this, put pressure down on it, and it'll come out from behind there. And once you have it pressured down on it, then you can just complete pulling it off this way and unhook it. Once you unhook it, that's when you go to the step of pulling each of these corners in and opening the glove box and letting it drop all the way down. All you have to do on each side is just push in on the corners, and it'll allow that little post that's, get the light again. See, there's a little post right there that was behind there, and when I pushed it in, it allowed it to, you know, come out from behind there, and then you can do the same thing with the other side. That post is still behind there, so I just pull it in and it drops it down. When it drops it down, now you have easy access, a straight shot into those where those bolts are on each side. You just unscrew them with your 10mm. Once you have that off, at this point, once you get those two off, those two bolts, your next step is to take off these three. It's going to be three just like this. That one, the one that goes there, and the one that goes right here. Once you take those three off, and then you don't have to put a lot of pressure on them. They're not really all that tight in there, so I just use a screwdriver. Didn't even have to put any major pressure on it to get it to turn or loosen. Once I take it off, doing it one-handed. Sorry. Once you have that off, once you do that, you can pull this down. However, be aware that there is a light right here, and the cable goes behind there, so you want to be careful that you make sure you have slack on it when you let it down, so you don't rip it off. And once you have it down, be careful, don't let it too much pressure be on it, because it doesn't actually let it sit all the way down. You just got to kind of brace it a little bit. And once you do, your ANC module is right there on the left. You can see I've already unplugged it here. It's just plugged into the back of this. It has the clip, the little button that you pushed to release it right here on the back end. You just push it in like that from behind and pull it out. It's kind of a tight squeeze, so I ended up using one hand on this side to kind of hold the wire, and the other hand on this side, you know, to clip the clip down and pull it back. Once you do that, it's out. And then of course, to put everything back together, you just do the reverse of the steps I just showed you. And that's how you disable the ANC on the 2019 Honda Passport. Hope this helped for anybody that was trying to look for one like me. Like I said, I spent 3 or 4 days surfing YouTube trying to find a video, actually surfing anywhere on the internet, trying to find a video of the Passport 2019. And I'm assuming this would apply to the 2020 Passport as well, Honda. I guess there's no video because this 2019 was the first year the Passport came back out. So hope this helped. As I said, you don't really need any special tools, just a 10mm ratchet, star screwdriver, and a panel tool. Once you get that unplugged, you're good. Then you can install your subwoofer system and not have to worry about all the bad feedback and things like that and interference. So hope that helped, guys. If you like it, hit the subscribe button, the like button. I don't really put all that many videos out, but I definitely will be putting out the video on how I wired my speaker system in, where I get my signal from, and where I run all my wires and all that stuff out. I'll put that in for anybody interested in putting a system into a Honda Passport Touring 2019. So till next time, later guys.